Laura of Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing? It's been about 2 weeks, that's what I'm checking for, since I last podcasted. See? Trying to keep them relatively close together. A lot hasn't been going on. If you follow my Instagram stories, my Instagram feed, you're gonna see. You guys already know what I've been up to. Oh, my glasses are crooked. I feel like I have a crooked head. But not much since we've last spoke. You're gonna hear Chewy running around because I just gave him a treat. Try to quiet him down a little from barking while I get through these announcements in the beginning of this. Like I was saying, not much has happened. I released my pattern, which I'm going to get into in a second. Thank you to my test knitters. Thank you to my amazing tech editor. I still have to send you the write-up. My head is, I don't know where my head is. But as you can see, I'm still in my kitchen. My craft room is still look like Typhoon Mary went through it. And with the reorganizing and everything else, I'm taking it really slow because of Floyd and everything else. So it's going to be a little bit longer until I film in there again. But not that you miss it, but if you see me on my VKN, most of the time I'm in there still. And that's about it for news. I did find, while doing the transferring over of moving my yarn and stuff to the new location and everything like that, I did happen to find some yarn that I completely forgot I had in projects and in project bags that I completely forgot I had. I have a hand woven project bag that I completely forgot I had, and in it was pretty nice yarn with a nice crocheted project. So I frogged it and I'm repurposing the yarn into something else. But yeah, I don't know how that completely slipped my mind. So there's that. But like I was saying, in the midst of that, I also found some yarn that I forgot that I had purchased, that I had repurchased because I completely forgot. And now I'm putting that into the prize pool bin that I have, the box that I have, the cubby, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot more fun objects with that. Now, the people who won the prizes from Autism Awareness, there are still a few people I'm still waiting to hear from, but the stuff that has to go to the post office, I have not brought it yet, only because I'm waiting to hear back from one more person for something. And then Friday or Saturday, I'll just drive them all and just drop them off. I'm also working on getting a mail scale so that it's just easier to send out packages. Because my post office won't pick up packages if it's obviously not prepaid. But if you have less than 5, my post office is a bunch of crackpots. I don't know how they're still open, but I'm not complaining. But there's that. Also, the prize winners, not this week, but next week, I draw for the Year of the Sock and Family Movie Night. So for the quarter for the pattern winners. But yeah, okay. Thinking out loud, people. Let me write my post-it on that. Okay. And that goes right there for when I type up my show notes. But other than that, there's nothing else going on. Health-wise, doctor said I'm okay. I have clearance to fly because I'm going to Florida in August, the end of August. Floyd basically is the same size, same thickness, same everything. He just doesn't want to kick rocks. He just wants to stay. I guess I'm a good food source. I don't know, but he's still there. I see my doctor again in September because he wants to see me 2 weeks after I see the nutritionist. And then from there, he's not particularly worried about Floyd. I am worried about Floyd because it makes me very, very uncomfortable. And it makes putting my clothes on a little pain in the butty. Because if I wear a pair of jeans or something that rests right on it, I'm in pain for the rest of the day. But other than that, everything is good. why don't we move into the announcements? Because I do not see this being a long podcast because I don't really have much to show. All right. Let's start with the cows from other groups. And that one is PHN's Tea and Tales. You've heard me talk about this every week, every podcast. It goes until December 31st. For the rules, check out their group. Check out their podcast. Their podcast is a lot of fun. But for the most part, it's anything that is related to tea and or tales. Tales being books, novelizations, things like that. Yarn, patterns, whatever the case may be. There's that. My brain is really farting. I really do need more caffeine. This is my third cup of coffee today. I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't go to sleep. It's about 4 or 5 a.m., something like that. And this is coffee in my Crocheting Whovian mug, designed and made by Remembrance Pottery, Natalie. Love it. Next up from PHN is their PHN Cardiac Dysautonomia Awareness Along. That I believe goes to September 30th. It runs at the same time as Tortoise versus Hare. Check out the rules. I know there's specific colors that are designated for this along. I just don't remember which ones. I know red, obviously, red and pink, but I think there's another one, and I just got a mosquito bite on the back of my knee. But yeah, check out the group, check out the podcast. Both are amazing. Which leads me into my alongs. I have 2 year-long alongs that end on New Year's Eve. The first one is the Year of the Sock, which basically is socks. It could be shorties, it could be boot, it could be baby, it could be booties, it could be anything, just socks. Get them done, get them in there. And at the end of the year, I believe I'm going to have a bigger prize. I haven't really decided. I have something in mind. I haven't really decided what it's going to be yet, but I'm in the works with that with someone to finalize the plans. And here's Chewy. Hey, Chew. The next one is my family movie night along, which basically follows the lines of PHN's. All right, I keep saying PHN, but for people that are new, it's Pen, Hook, and Needles. It basically follows along with their Tea and Tales, only mine involves movies, TV shows, music, musicals, plays, Chewy, things like that. Basically that's it. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at the dog while talking to you guys. I'm listening to see if I have to stop. Okay, Chew, you're okay. Basically that's just yarn, patterns, whatever. Make it work. I'm basically taking anything at this point. Check out the group for my group, not Groot, I am Groot. My group for the details, the rules, and everything like that. And last but not least, out of my lovely alongs is Tortoise versus Hare. It is the 3rd annual Tortoise versus Hare. Team Tortoise. Anyway, that is being co-hosted by, it's my baby. I love this. This is my favorite along all year long that I host. It's a tradition. I hosted along with Pen, Hook, and Needles. And for the 2nd year in a row, B Wings Comforting Crafts group on Ravelry. There's no podcast along with that, but the group is amazing. And Brittany is amazing. But it's the 3rd annual, 2 years in a row so far. Tortoises have won. I am hoping for this year that the tortoises will not fail me again. But right now, tortoises are in the lead, I believe, 71 to 44 or 45. I'm not really sure on that. Or last I did a full tally was on Sunday night, and that was 69-43. But I know some people added to it. That's why I'm like guesstimating. But right now, as of this moment in time, as I'm recording, the tortoises are in the lead by a little bit. And I say little because it's only about 20. Now, people are asking how I come up with the numbers, how I come up with the tallies. Basically, what I do is I go along each of the groups, count how many of each are in, and that makes the final total. Now, I haven't really let this be known except to the hosts that are hosting the excuse me, the along with me. And that basically is any of the featured patterns. Now, it was brought to my attention that Valeria's hot pad turtles and bunnies were not listed as a double entry. Those are absolutely listed. Those are absolutely double entry prizes. Patterns, rather. That's basically it. Now, with that being said, all of the featured patterns, like the ones I had just mentioned, along with Franciscan Gypsy Designs, bunnies and turtles, excuse me, let me take a sip so I don't keep coughing on you. All of the featured designs, basically, finished objects, and that's all I count for that tally, is finished objects. I do not count whips because technically they're not objects. They're not part of the excuse me, the total. So the final objects are what Chewy are what he has to have this are what I count. So the featured patterns, I know I'm repeating myself, and I'm sorry, I keep losing my train of thought. Get counted for two chances for a prize. Well, because they get counted as two chances, they get counted as two entries, according to Team Tortoise or Team Hare. So if you made a Biddy, a Timmy, a Terra, those are all, or Valeria's hot pad, those are all two entries. So this is how my counting process happens. I basically, if there's one Biddy, it gets counted twice. You're entering it twice, so it gets counted twice. However, if you're doing those smaller bunnies, here's the catch. Those don't really count. I counted them now, and I'm going to make note in all three groups. But if they're smaller than your palm, they don't count as one. You have to make 3 of those to count as one. Because if you compare them to an Oopsa bunny, a Valeria the Dutch bunny, Biddy, Timmy, or Terra, it's not fair. Because the toys that are being made for Team Tortoise are very much bigger than those little bunnies. Now, this has been stated previously in previous years, because there is also I believe it's a Susan Cordino, it's a crochet pattern. It's a patchwork mousse pattern for a dust bunny. Adorable. Takes me personally 5 minutes to make, and I'm not going to lie. I have made them, and I continue to make them because they're good hand toys for babies. Those, I know personally how long it takes to make and how big they are, so I always made those 3. The turtles, the little teeny weeny turtles that were being made, because I had not mentioned it before, they're individual. But from here on out, you have to make 3 in order for them to count. It has to be fair, because if you have to make more than one small bunny, it's only fair. And plus now, it's definitely evening out the playing field, because there's a lot more patterns for the little teeny weeny bunnies than there are turtles. So I want to even out the playing field so that both teams can be represented properly. And I'm not just doing this because I'm Team Tortoise, because I know that's what y'all are thinking. Trust me, I'm not. But looking at how many of the bunnies that are entering, it takes an hour to make those teeny weeny ones when it takes us days to make a turtle. What's fair is fair. So I'm going to mark it in the Ravelry groups. Excuse me. I'm making a note so that I don't forget. Post it. Just to make it, I'm going to mark it from as soon as I'm done recording this. The next announcement. Well, let me continue with that. Now, as far as featured patterns are, you just got all that info. Now, here's the thing. I also have featured yarn dyers. And those are Lady Fernico Creations, Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co., Dragon Horde Yarn, and Yarn Cafe Creations. And now I'm adding Honeybee Nets. If you make a turtle or bunny out of any of those yarns, and they happen to be one of the featured patterns, those get counted as 3 entries. Now, I say this, it's on you to re-enter them. I'm the only person that moderates my group. I am actually in the midst of looking for another moderator to help me with that. So if anybody out there that watches this wants to volunteer and to help me, by all means, please do. But the thing is, I'm one person, so I'm on the boards. I'm checking everything out. It takes me a while to comment, if I comment at all, because again, I'm the only person. I can't be reposting for you guys. And thankfully, majority of you are good like that. But if you're making them with the yarns and everything, with the featured yarn and the featured patterns, please just repost for me. Make it a little easier for me. By now, I know for the tally wise, I know which patterns are what. So counting them is not the problem. It's later on when I prize pool for the along that you're losing out on yourself. All your hard work is going down the drain. So, well, not really, but you guys know what I mean. But like I said, the featured indie dyers, if you make them along with one of the featured patterns, it's 3 chances at a prize. If you make it alone, it's just 2 chances. With like a Susan Claudino pattern or whatever the case may be. If you make, you guys understand, because I know I'm speaking in circles now. But there's that. How much time have I been talking? 10 minutes in this. Oh, Jesus. Sheesh. Okay, next in my announcements is my Advent calendar signups. Doors are still open, and they're not going to close until mid-September. Because when I come back from Florida and all that, that's when I'm going to close them. I haven't that many, but it is a lot of fun, and it's a good way to get to know people. And my phone keeps going off because my baseball team is playing right now, my major league. And I signed up for MLB updates. So it's a good way to get to know people. It's a good way to get rid of your scraps that you've put into your blankets, that you put into your socks, that you put into your scrappy happy cowls and all that. It's a good way to just get rid of them and get new ones so that you freshen up your stash. Unfortunately, I have a minimal signups as of right now, so I may just close it all together. I'm hoping to get at least 4 to 6 more people signing up just to make it worth it. Otherwise, whatever. There's that. Now, you heard me mention earlier that my pattern released. My test knitters, a great majority of them had finished it early, so I released it early. There was only like 2 or 3 that was stagging out and like they weren't finishing it, but like I said, a great majority finished it, so I released it early. The weekend I released it, I had a coupon code. It was all set, 50% off. Now, here's the big announcement. August 1st, I am starting a knit along for it. Now I understand not everybody knew that I released the pattern and all that. The pattern's name is Sunrise, Sunset, Sunburn, Cowl. Totally named after the Luke Bryan song. I am not denying that, because the whole time I was designing this pattern, that song was stuck in my head because the colorway I designed it in was Summer Sunset. Yeah. And I don't have one of the finished objects here. I showed it on the last podcast. But I'm starting a knit along August 1st. Now, I understand you guys don't all have the pattern and you all didn't get the chance to get it with the coupon code and all that. But I am giving away 2 copies. And the thread will be up as soon as this goes up. Before this goes up. Sorry, I'm making notes as I do it. Now, I'm giving away 2 copies. How I'm doing that is basically the easiest thing out there. I'm going to create a thread, and what I want you guys to do, because my pattern is perfect for that one skein wonder that you just don't know what you're going to do with, or that you've been hoarding for the perfect packet. Perfect pattern. Woo! Okay. Wow, I just sounded like Ric Flair. So with that, I am going to start the thread, and what I'm asking you guys to do is show me that skein of yarn, that precious skein of yarn that you've been hoarding for the perfect project, or that you have. You're not necessarily hoarding, but it's a once again wondering. You don't exactly know what you're going to do with. Show it in the thread, random number generator, 2 people will win. There's that. Also, closer to the along, the night before the along, I am going to have a coupon code again. I am not telling you how much. I am not telling you any of that. There's going to be a coupon code. And I'm only releasing that coupon code to members of my Ravelry group. The guests, and trust me, I'm going to know if it's a guest or not because whatever. It's going to be my Ravelry group. I am not announcing it on Instagram and I am not announcing it on here. It's only going to be in my Ravelry group. Oh, okay. See? Notes. There's that. Okay. With that being said, the announcements are done. Now, let's get into... I have a fly flying around. Let's get into my whips. I'm going to show the first one I can't show. In my little Silvershed USA Adventure drawstring tote bag thing, I bring it out everywhere, is a design in progress. A knit design in progress. And that's all you're going to see from that. Okay, next up in my Erin Lane see-through... Oops, I dropped something. All right, Chew. In my Erin Lane, sorry about that. In my Erin Lane see-through project bag is my watermelon socks. The yarn is Freckled Whimsy in the colorway I Carried a Watermelon. Now, I don't remember how far I got the last time we saw each other, but this has been in hibernation the last week, since Friday. This is what I was working on prior to Friday. And you'll see why in a second. But here they are. I'm almost at the heel flap, I believe. Yeah, about 5 more rows to the heel flap. The yarn is, like I said, Freckled Whimsy in the colorway I Carried a Watermelon. Getting a little, oh, that's better. But I don't know why they're not in the DPN holder, because these are signatures. These are break right through the bag. There is that. And it is it's on the Whimsy base, 2-ply fingering, 80/20. It is so squishy. Next up in my Erin Lane sweater size swimming sheeple bag is Christy the Sea Turtle. The pattern is Tara the Sea Turtle by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. The yarn, the top of the shell is Yarn Cafe Creations in the colorway Pour Some Sugar Army, and the other colors that I'm using for it are Schweitzer Farms in their neon solid minis. This is all I've gotten done so far, is the top of the shell. I've put it away because it started to hurt my hands and my arms, so I was resting. I'm about ready to pick it up again. Okay. In my Lila Styles Luna Lovegood bag, I love it. I love this bag, is my Neon Trees cowl. The pattern is Sunrise, Sunburn, Sunset Cowl by me. And the yarn is Socks That Rock in the colorway Neon Trees. I haven't been working much on this because you'll see in a second, and I'll explain to you in a second too, in a little bit. But here it is. It's not a design Chewy. There you go. And the color, the yarn is getting washed out, but that's that. It's way brighter than what is showing up on here. It's getting very muted. Very muted. But there's that. And I have my little Harry Potter Funko Pop zipper pull on it. Okay, in my, there it is. In my Molly Klein Designs Mary Poppins bag is my flamingo socks. The colorway, the yarn is Lady Fernico Creations in the colorway Blushing Flamingos. Now, basically, all my socks, unless for otherwise stated, are basically vanilla socks. This one is a shorty. I'm loving how it's like micro striping pooling in a sense on the foot now. It looks really cool. I want to get this sock done. I am about 20, no, maybe 15, 18 rows away from starting the toe. I want to get these done because I want them for Florida. Because they're shorties. Okay. Next up in my Erin Lane Screw You Harvey bag. And this is a project you have not seen in a while. It is my Mad Hatter's sock. My Cinderella, my Alice in Wonderland socks. The colorway is, the yarn is Cubby Cakes Yarns in the colorway Mad Hatter's Daughter. The first sock has been done, I want to say almost 6 months. And I know you guys are saying second sock syndrome is a real thing. It is a real thing, but this project got lost in the shuffle of everything. And it's just been on the back burner. So I finally picked it up again and I started the second sock. The second sock, I am on the heel gusset decreases. This is the next one. I just want to finish these. But here's why I stopped. Because it's annoying me. Now, we all know I don't cut the yarn or anything like that. But this section right here is driving me absolutely bonkers. And I don't know why. Because this doesn't usually bother me. But that's bothering me. So there's that. I'm hoping to have this one done by the time I see you guys next. Because I think the next podcast will be the last podcast until I come back from Florida. I think. I could be wrong. I may squeeze another one in there. Okay. There's that. And last, but certainly not least, if you follow me on Instagram, you've been seeing my daily journal, video journals of my progress of this. And I've been quite distracted and disappointed and other things with it and myself and whatever. But basically, this is it. This is in my Knit for Brains octopus bag, which was a special order because it looks like Dementors. Doesn't look like octopus. Is my first sweater. And it's the Flax Light pattern by Tin Can Knits. And the yarn is Knit Picks Stroll Tonal in the colorway Blue Violet. Alright, guys. I know you guys are going to say stuff because I'm using Knit Picks. I don't want to hear it. And on top of that, I know you're going to judge me because it's a flax. I don't care. People say flax is the best sweater to learn on. But I know I'm going to hear stuff because I'm taking forever and a day to do it. Because I started this last Friday, and I haven't even split for the sleeves yet. This is my first sweater ever, and it's fingering weight. So there's that. But it's starting to look like a sweater, and I am loving every second of this process. And I already, as you'll see in acquisitions, I've picked up more for future sweaters that I have patterns for. But there's that. I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying this because I didn't think I could do. The first sweater I wanted to make was a Tenya. And I still want to make it. But after talking to a few people, they did not feel that that was the right sweater for me to learn on. Or for it to be my first sweater. And doing this one, I can see why they said that. But it's going to be my second one. Or my third. I'm going to do it. I was intimidated. I put the yarn that I had purchased for it, I gave it away. Because I was heartbroken that I was believing other people. And, I mean, they were right to an extent, but wrong in the same breath. But this is it so far. About 15 repeat. No, not even. I'm 10 repeats from splitting for the sleeves. I'm good. But I'm doing them on my interchangeables because if they say to do it on a 32-inch cord, I'm a fluffy girl. I don't think the 32-inch will be smart for me. So right now I have it on the 32-inch and I put it on the interchangeables because I could always add the cord extenders in there. But, oh, here's the yarn. Let me show you. Boy, I made it naked. It's okay because I gotta cake this up anyway. But there's that. Knit Pick Stroll Tonal in the colorway Blue Violet. It's a blue lavender on here. It's blue violet, and it's getting stuck on my ring. So there's that. And this is it for my works in progress. I didn't really get much done on anything because I've been concentrating on this. I don't know how to do that, so there's that. I have to cake it up anyway. I try not to cake it until I need it. Okay. Now it's time to move on to acquisitions. So for anyone who doesn't want to see them, it was nice hanging out with you, nice spending time with you, and I hope to knit with you guys soon. I'll see you Friday for the VKN. Until then, bye. Now, for all of you that stuck around, let me show you. The last podcast, I had already had this, but I had so much jam-packed in there that I didn't put it in. But I got my fiber share package. Now, the person who sent to me obviously is not the person I sent to. But the person who sent to me made me feel like, first of all, I loved everything in it. I just felt horrible for what I sent the person I had. So now, next round, if I'm allowed to do it again, I'm going to step up my game. But this is what I got from, not everything, because she sent some candy goodies that, and some teas and some handcrafted mug and other things that are all away already. And I already started drinking the tea and things like that. This is basically all the yarny goodness stuff. But here it is. She sent me this bag. Now, I'm not saying her name, not because I don't remember it, because I most absolutely do, and I talk to her on Instagram still, but because she did not give me permission to say her name on the podcast, and I don't like to do things like that. But unless they have a podcast of their own, in which case they're already out there. But we were talking, and she knew my struggles with my surgery and all that good stuff. So she actually sent me a care package and a fiber share package all at the same time. It was unbelievable. Like, she went over the top on this. But she had this made for me, which is a tea towel. And it had she had it printed for me with a little sheepy on it. Look how cute this is, guys. Oh my gosh. So there's that. Which now I could start using. She got a project bag for me because she knows my obsession with project bags and she knows my obsession with Doctor Who. I'm not quite sure where the project bag came from. Yeah, Doctor Who bag from my local friend Mary for you. So she had a friend who made it for me. She had it specifically made. I gotta tell you, I gotta find out who this person is, because this project bag, I've been holding off not using it because I wanted to show you guys. It's like really, like, I like the way it's made. And it doesn't have like the plastic closures. Not that I don't mind those, but look. And it's got a square bottom and everything. And I could very easily fit socks, cowls, shawls, anything in here. I love this bag. Good, now I can put it in my rotation. Here comes the, checking to see any non-food goodies, if I have any in here. A shawl pin. And the rest I'm going to show you is yarn. There's skeins of these in 3 different colors, and they're super bulky, and they're super wash, and they are super bulky. 65% wool, 35% organic cotton. It's 100 grams, and it's 60 yards each. But I gotta tell you, oh my goodness, if I could get a hat out of one of these, oh my goodness, I'm totally going to do it. Because this is wicked soft and wicked warm. Look at me, wicked, like I'm from Boston. She sent me 2 skeins of hand spun by Terra Fibers. And this one is 100 yards, 2.75 ounces, 79 grams, 100% merino. Then this one is 119 yards, 3.63 and 3.5 ounces, 100% merino. I gotta tell you, these two work beautifully together. That if I could find something to make with this, like for this weight, I'm going to. Otherwise, they're gonna be separate hats. But they're so soft. Then she sent me yarn from Germany. It's Cat Priut Admiral, made in Germany. Here's the tag. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I can't tell you what it's Admiral Cat print. It says it on the inside. Oh, it says print, not Pruitt. How special. It's 75-25. It's 75% virgin wool, 25% nylon. It's 420 meters per 100 grams, which is good. But look how pretty that is. So pretty. This is one that she picked out for me that she knew I would love because it's part of my fandom. And it's from Yarn's Crazy Obsessions. And it's a 75-25, 4-ply, 463 yards. And the colorway is Professor Slughorn. Harry Potter. But this is the one that I was completely floored and dumbfounded by. She had one sock blank in her stash, and she knows my obsession with sock blanks, and I was floored when she sent this to me. Wait. She sent me her absolute favorite sock blank from Apothecary Fabrications. I believe it's an Etsy shop. It is an Etsy shop. There's that. Oh, excuse me. And it is 600 yards and 80-20 merino silk. This is going to make an awesome, awesome, awesome shawl. I figured it doesn't look lace weight when I pull it apart. It's not lace weight. So it's going to make an amazing shawl. Because that's exactly what I'm going to make with it. I'm not making socks out of silk. This needs to be something around my face. And I ain't putting socks near my face because that means they're on someone's feet. And nobody's feet are coming near my face. You people love me. But let me show it again. Look how gorgeous it is. It's so fall. This is definitely going to be something I'm going to make and use for Rhinebeck because it's so fall. Oh. She spoiled me. She spoiled me rotten. Okay, now I can put that all away. I've been waiting to put it away to show you guys. Okay. There's that. Okay, now let's go on to what I've ordered myself. Let's start with Tough Woolens because it's right here. Here it is. Okay. I ordered myself so pretty. 2 bars of their wool soak. I've been meaning to try it, and one of my friends had tried it and said it was absolutely phenomenal. So I ordered some for myself, and I got one. Oh, this is beautiful. In Sweet Lime. This one's my favorite. And I got one. Oh, sorry. In Vanilla Almond. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got myself hand lotion. I have 2 of these. One's in my purse and the other one I keep like in my craft room. And the scent I guess you could say, is Campfire S'mores. This, I'm going to hold it up here so you guys could see it. I don't know if you can. You can't. But it smells great. I got to tell you, though, I got it because I heard that it's good with eczema, and I have ink on me. From what? I don't know. Probably the pen, obviously. I have very bad eczema, especially when I stress and my bipolar kicks in and everything like that. My eczema flares out really bad. This has been working. That's why I have one with me all the time. And then I got a lip balm in pistachio ice cream. I love it. I love it. So there's that. Now let's go on to other things that I have ordered. I actually didn't go too crazy. I got a project bag, surprise, surprise, from Knit for Brains, Laura Brady, and it's Little Red Riding Hood. I love this fabric, but as always, Laura's bags come with a needle cozy, matching needle cozy, and I actually ordered the matching ball bag. So there's that. I ordered a sweaters quantity I ordered 3 different sweaters quantities. This is the first one that came from Knit Picks during their sale, their 20% off sale. This is the first one. Ooh, you can see it perfectly too. And this one is Stroll Fingering in their tonal in the colorway Deep Waters. This I have in mind is the Raindrops by Tin Can Knits. No, excuse me. That is not the Raindrops. I got a lighter color for the Raindrops. That is for another flax. That's what it was. Okay, now. Sorry, now I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. Thanks, Nikki. You're going to be hearing it later. Hi, Nikki. From Honeybee Knits, I've got several things here. I've got 2 of her to clean it, keep it clean, her Boobies Out colorway. 1 in DK and 1 in Fingering. Wow, wholly not true to color Batman. These are bright, like sunglasses bright, and it's not even showing up on that. I also ordered the her one-of-a-kind colorway Lucky Star because each base absorbed the dye differently, and this is an MCN. This is going to be, oh, so small. This is going to be one of my cowls. This is going to be the cowl, the yarn I used for my cowl in August for the knit along. And then Melissa of Honeybee Knits sometimes comes on to the VKN with us and hangs out with us and knits with us and all that. And I was telling her how much I absolutely positively loved her June Yarn of the Month Club. And I'm so sad I didn't sign up for it. And I was like, when you release it, let me know, because she releases it after like 6 months or something like that. Let me know, because I definitely want to buy it. Well, I got this today in the mail. This was with it. Melissa spoiled me and sent me her June Yarn of the Month Club, and the colorway is A Little Party Never Killed Nobody, inspired by The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby was at, oh, this colorway is so gorgeous. I cannot wait. Like, this is going to be my Florida cast on. This is what's coming with me to Florida for socks. If not this, this. I got it in DK for a toy, just so you guys know. Because I'm going back to my toy making for myself now, because Ronald McDonald's over. Yeah, definitely. And with that, I also ordered my Honeybee Knits enamel pin to go on my By the Bay Yarn Co. canvas bags. Okay. Yeah. Next up, I had challenged Kayla for the great sweater off. So, Kayla, I want to see it. I want to see your progress, Kayla. This is from Whips on Sticks, and the colorway is Snow Cone. Again, brighter than what is coming up there. Love it, though. I was randomly on Ravelry one night, and you know how when you click home, they have the ads on the side? So they said one for Passion's Yarn, and I'm like, let's check it out. I've never heard of it. I went on, and the owner of Passion Yarns is having a ridiculous Christmas in July sale. So I ordered a skein of yarn and a set of gradient minis. The whole bill came out to $36 because everything was on sale. This beautiful, gorgeous, and regardless of sale, I'm definitely going back because this is amazing. It smells so pretty too. And it doesn't smell like vinegar is basically what it is. But this colorway is gorgeous, and the lighting isn't doing it any justice. But it's Passion Yarn, and it's a 75-25, and it's really, really soft. It's a beloved base, and the colorway is Fondness. It is so gorgeous. This is, maybe it's true to color. A little. Yeah, no, you see right there. That's it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. That's going to be a pair of socks. And then, sorry, not sorry for the crinkling. I like the crinkling. It just means little goodies are in. I got this from her, and it's a gradient set of purples, which is getting blown out. But there's that. Okay. I'm going to save that for last. Okay. All right, next up is the July. Again, sorry, not sorry for the crinkling. Is the July Teeny Button Harry Potter Club colorway, and everybody's gotten theirs by now. This is Knitwit, Oddment, and Tweak. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And gorgeous. I sound like a typical New Yorker. Oh, gosh. I can't. And it's not... Ugh, the lighting in here stinks because it's not doing it justice. It's like getting blown out. But, oh my goodness, I fell in love with this. I have every month since April 2017. And I've been scouring Ravelry D-Stash for the month prior to that. Because I want a whole year's. Next up, I'm going to show you is I got from Yarn Cafe Creations, part of the her Halloween update. I got 2 colorways. This one, I believe I'm going to contact her because I believe I want a sweater's quantity of this one. Just 5 skeins. That's it. Of Paranormal Activity. And look at the label. Look how cute it is with the little pumpkin in the top cup. Oh. And then this one, so out of my color palette, but I saw it and I was like, I need to have that. I need it. And this is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's red, not orange. Red, like blood red. Well, red-orange. But even the way it's showing on there is actually kind of pretty. And look at the ghost. Oh, I am not a Halloween person. I don't like the fall, even though my birthday's in the fall. I am a spring and summer, bright color, bright everything person. So when she came out with this, my heart broke a little bit, but I had to have those 2 colorways. Okay, next up. From Arkansas Yarn Co., I got, matter of fact, I'm actually going to cake this up anyway because I want to make them. I got the Knit for Brains yarn colorway, and I got it in Team Laura. Because I'm Laura, and I talk to Laura all the time. So, Team Laura. Sorry, Alicia. Sorry, not sorry. Next, I got from Freckled Whimsy, because I cast it on a Freckled Whimsy sock, so I got another Freckled Whimsy to go in my stash. This colorway is Misbehavin'. It's self-striping, and I got the little mini to go with it. Because, gorgeous. Sorry, not sorry for the crinkling. And, yes. This is one I had for last podcast, and I didn't show it because I had too much to show. Tristan of Dragon Horde Yarn was doing a D-stash of just 3 random skeins, and she sent me this. Well, I bought this. these three go so great together. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This colorway is a one of a kind. This is Spaz Attack. This is Pink Tonal. And then as a little get well soon gift, she sent me this, which is Wonderland. They all go together. If I could find a sweater that will allow me to have only use 4 skeins, that's what this is going to be. Thank you, Tristan. Scouring D-Stash, I found an Andre Sue Knits sock blank. I love Ravelry D-Stash. They're piggies. It's your piggies. So cute. Andre Sue really needs to get back to dyeing sock blanks because, yeah. Because I need all the sock blanks in the world. We all know how I love my sock blanks. Okay, I have 2 more and then I'm done. This was a special request when No Makers announced that they were going out of business and they were selling off their undyed yarns. I asked Marlisha of Lady Fernico Creations and Penhook and Needles, because she dyes yarn and she's made a special colorway for me that I actually absolutely fell in love with, if she would get one of them to dye up this colorway for me, and she actually did it. This is Purple Whovian, and it's DK base, and it's with 230 yards, 100 grams, 85 superwash merino, 15% magic dust, which is colored nylon, and you can see the little nibs in there. I love it. This is going to be a toy. I was debating that or a hat. Now, every month, Hawaii Bazaar Yarn Co. is doing a surprise sock blank club, basically. Like a Yarn of the Month club. And she does themes. Last month, for June, was Disney, and that was my Lion King one. July, she chose Pixar. Now, Corinne is one of my good friends, and I love her to pieces, and she knows the name of this is Swirling Vortex of Terror. Swirling Vortex of Terror. She knows me so well. That is Crush from Finding Nemo with Nemo right there. Skirt, Crush. And look at the back of this. How gorgeous is this? How gorgeous is this? Now, as of right now, the August signups are still open in her shop. Guys, I severely recommend her sock blanks. They are gorgeous. Like her artistic ability on them is phenomenal. And August's theme is Broadway. If you're a Broadway buff, if anything, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend checking it out and getting them, because even her regular yarn dye, it's gorgeous. All of the dyers I buy from basically are gorgeous, but for those sock blanks, I can't get enough of them. And I feel like messaging her every day and asking her, well, I want to know what my Broadway sock blank is, but that's it. I really didn't do that badly, and it's under an hour. But in 2 weeks will be my next one. I'm probably not going to have many purchases. I say that every week, but we know how badly I shop. But other than that, that's it. I hope to see you guys soon. I'm actually debating on turning on comments again underneath. If I do, then you'll see it. If I don't, then questions, comments, concerns, or you can leave in the Ravelry group, because I create a thread every episode, an episode thread, or shoot me an email, text message, Instagram, Facebook, Ravelry message. But until then, happy knitting, have a great one, and enjoy your night. Bye!